wherever you are without worrying about precious resources. You'll get live feedback and accuracy metrics to dial in your perfect shot. Train when you want, where you want, without the cost and worry of traditional shooting practice. Put the power back in your hands with Strikeman.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Retailer.
Anyway, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this Sunday. Hope you have a great week. 6:30 tomorrow morning with Rob Finnerty. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. We all deserve a reliable form of money, and GlintPay offers a convenient way to pay in gold with a card. And with me is the CEO of GlintPay, Jason Cousins. Welcome back.
Thank you.
See you again.
Nice to see you again too.
Let's talk about, because gold has got a lot of attention lately as inflation has gone up.
Yeah.
Crypto has gotten a lot of attention lately.
Yeah.
Why gold versus crypto?
Well, I think we've got to get rid of this idea that for some reason gold can't participate in electronic payments for the future and that crypto is the only solution. We've got to get rid of the idea that somehow Bitcoin is going to replace gold, for instance, or we've got to choose one or the other. One's got to be dropped.
Okay, so gold, of course, physical metal.
Yeah.
Crypto is kind of all electronic. How does gold fit into the modern world?
Well, Glint has enabled physical gold to be used as money in electronic payments. We've enabled it to be able to enable our customers to be able to, with the Glint app and MasterCard, to be able to buy gold, save it, spend it, send it, to receive it. It's we've made it participate in electronic payments. So we've given people effectively their own gold standard.
Yeah, and you can move that money globally, right?
Yeah.
Just like you can Bitcoin or anything.
Absolutely,
really.
You can send it from one app to another.
Now, gold has kind of, we know the U.S. dropped the gold standard in the early 70s, right? 73, I think.
71, yeah.
71, okay.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people misunderstand that as well. And Nixon didn't drop gold. He didn't come off the gold standard because he didn't like gold. He came off the gold standard to protect the U.S. gold. At the time, many governments were exchanging their US dollars for gold. And so that's why he came off the gold standard, because he valued it so much. He was losing, Fort Knox was going down in value, so, the amount of gold in Fort Knox.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, it's kind of big. Some people say we should go back on the gold standard.
Well, yeah, that's what Glint is doing for the world. Yeah. We're creating a bottom-up return to sound money so everybody can have their own personal gold standard.
Yeah, and you mentioned for the world. You're in how many countries?
Yeah, we've got clients who've bought, you can download the Glint app in over 200 countries. Yeah. We've got the Glint card issued into people in the UK, across Europe, and in the US. So that covers about 37 countries.
So what would be the main differences, you would say, between crypto and gold?
The main thing that we've seen with cryptocurrencies, for instance, something like Bitcoin, is that Bitcoin is risk on, whereas gold is risk off. And what do I mean by that? Well, for instance, in the moments, in the minutes after the terrible invasion that Russia did of Ukraine, we saw that gold rose through to a 13-month high and broke through the $2,000 per ounce mark. And you could see that as people fled to a safe haven, which is, a reliable form of money, which gold is.
Mm-hmm. And gold doesn't drop 30% in a month typically.
Sorry?
It doesn't drop 30% in a month, or even more.
No, I mean, the volatility of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin tend to be about 8 to 10 times the volatility of gold. Gold against, for instance, government-issued fiat currencies such as the dollar-euro pair is only about 2 times volatility of those fiat currencies. So, yeah, the volatility is pretty crazy with cryptocurrencies.
It's interesting because, like, you hear gold, will always have its value. Where does gold get its value?
Gold has intrinsic value. It doesn't rely on, a network, electronic network such as internet to define its value. You can't have a group of miners get together to, change its nature. It's not man-made. It's created when 2 neutron stars collide. So, it's immutable. It can't be changed, and that's what gives gold its unique quality, and why people have chosen it throughout the ages as the ultimate store of value. Yeah,
I mean, it's hundreds, thousands of years, really.
Of years, yeah.
What about the regulatory landscape in gold versus crypto?
So, the regulatory landscape with gold is pretty established, and it doesn't face a tsunami of legal claims from some of the regulators that I think cryptocurrency is experiencing. I mean, for instance, with Glint, we're partnered with MasterCard. Even though gold itself isn't regulated, we are regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. We're backed by Sprott, one of the biggest asset managers in the world focused on gold, the Tokyo Commodities Exchange, and Sibanye-Stillwater, one of the biggest precious metals producers in the world. And
can gold easily be scaled?
Well, look, Glint is very scalable. I mean, our transactions happen within hundreds of milliseconds. And like Google or Amazon, we can scale across the cloud to service billions of people.
And the cost of using gold as money, like what are the fees associated with it?
It's really, really cheap. There's no expensive transaction gas fees, for instance, that you have with cryptocurrency. It's only 0.5% when you buy gold or sell it. It's only 0.02% a month when you to store it and have it insured in a vault in Switzerland. And it's actually free to be able to receive or send gold and also spend it with the Glint card.
Interesting. So tell me about Glint. I mean, I'm very familiar with it, but just give us a debrief about it, and then also what's in the future.
So with Glint, we're the first company in the world to enable gold, physical allocated gold to you to be able to participate in electronic payments. And with the Glint app and MasterCard, you can, as I said before, buy gold, you can save it, you can receive it from other people, you can send it to people, you can spend it with the Glint MasterCard in real time anywhere in the world. And so we've made gold electronic, we've digitized it, we've enabled it to participate in electronic payments. And effectively what we're doing is building a gold-based alternative to banking, payments, and money. And we have the opportunity and the capability now to build a global gold-based financial ecosystem based on gold.
Yeah, and it works. I've seen it work. Yeah. You were out at lunch and you used gold to pay for lunch.
I used it to pay for my hotel last night, my flight. I use it all the time, and so do a lot of our customers.
And it's just like a credit card, and the retailer does not make a difference, right?
No, it's a debit card. There's no credit within the Glint system. And our customers save in gold, and when they spend, the merchant has no idea that we're paying with gold, but maybe in the future they'll have a Glint account too, and they'll price their products in gold.
It's really fascinating technology, so thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Yep.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
Society Pass is a loyalty and data marketing ecosystem that operates multiple e-commerce and lifestyle platforms across key markets. And with me to explain more about what Society Pass is doing, Dennis Nguyen, the founder, chairman, and CEO. So welcome. I know you've been here ringing the opening bell when you went public, so welcome back.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So just explain to me, Society Pass, what is it that you do exactly?
So Society Pass is building the next generation digital ecosystem in Southeast Asia, as well as loyalty platform. So what we do is we've created a great technology that is able to allow us debit and credit millions of transactions a day. With that technology, we're able to issue our society points, we call them society points, loyalty points, to thousands of participating merchants located throughout Southeast Asia, and hopefully millions of consumers in Southeast Asia.
So I'm a consumer, I could use it. Is it like a card, or how does it work exactly?
So it's an app embedded in your phone. We're going to launch it second quarter of this year.
Okay.
And so with that, then consumers such as you in Southeast Asia can go and earn and redeem points at participating merchants on the platform.
While you're buying things you normally would buy anyway, you're getting some points. So what are some of the products and services?
So we operate in 6 verticals. 4 are the B2C verticals. We have lifestyle, which encompasses fashion, beauty, home furnishings, that sort of thing. Of course, food and beverage delivery. So think of Uber Eats in Southeast Asia. And then third, of course, is a travel, Priceline.com.
Okay.
And then, of course, 4, we would be working in our digital advertising, digital media.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about you. So when did you found the company? What made you think of the idea? What brought you to this point?
So, I founded, we incorporated Society Pass in June 2018.
Okay.
And the whole genesis behind Society Pass was I was sitting in a restaurant in Newport Beach, California. I believe it was November, December 2017. And next to me was this table. It was a couple. The man was ordering his next restaurant reservation on OpenTable.com.
Okay.
And then his wife was ordering buying goods on Groupon.com. And instantly said, you know what, I'm going to build the OpenTable.com and Groupon.com of Southeast Asia.
Together.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Now tell me about, you went public recently. What was that process like, and how did it change being a public company?
The process was awesome. So we hired our investment bank, Maxim Group LLC, back in late fourth quarter 2018. 2020.
Okay.
And then, of course, you go through the due diligence process, the prospectus drafting and vetting and so on and so forth. We filed our S1 in February and then went public in November. It was so fun watching the stock price go from $9 to $77 and back down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so that's fine. And I'm sure it's a lot more work to be a public company.
Absolutely.
We've got many more groups to kind of answer to, right? So.
Well, you got the auditors, you got the lawyers, you got your shareholders, and most importantly, you got the SEC.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to make the regulators mad.
You want to keep them as happy as possible.
Yeah, so tell me about each one of those groups. How do you kind of balance all of that?
So with our, the lawyers, we obviously have our own internal lawyers, and of course we have external advisors. They help us with that. We have a great finance team internally that helps us, that does all the numbers and interfaces with the auditors. And then of course I got to keep the lawyers and auditors happy and make them working by working with the regulators.
So I hear hire lawyers. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Women of Sopa. What is that all about?
So that's one of the things I'm very proud to say. I have 4 daughters. I'm very proud to say that for being a technology company, close to 60% of our employees are women. Okay? And then, of course, I'm also proud, much more, and probably more proud to be the fact that half of our executives are ladies. And so within Southeast Asia, the guys out there listening, they all know that the women run the place. And so in our company, we put the ladies in front, and they really do a wonderful job. Our COO is a woman. Our head of Vietnam is a woman. Head of Philippines is a woman. So they're really driving the business in Southeast Asia for us.
So tell me about Southeast Asia. Why that part of the world? And Singapore, Vietnam, Philippines. What all countries are you operating in right now?
Currently, we're headquartered in Singapore, but we operate in what we call the VIP countries: Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines. Why Southeast Asia? Well, Southeast Asia has 720 million people, 2.5 times the size of the United States, and only half the size of China. And by the way, over the last 20 years has been some of the fastest growing economies in the entire world. One last thing to note, median age in Southeast Asia somewhere ranges between 26 to 32 years of age. Median.
Median, okay.
That number here in this country is 42. That number in Japan is 51.
Wow.
So it's a much younger demographic.
And you must have the technical infrastructure to be able to have an app like this with lots of broadband, lots of Wi-Fi.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Internet penetration in Southeast Asia is over 70%.
Okay.
A smartphone penetration in Southeast Asia is over 70%. And so you got 720 million people, young, vibrant, in fast-growing economies, connected, buying and selling stuff over the internet.
Yeah. Okay, well, fascinating to hear about Sopa, Dennis. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having us.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Keep Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue-cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
PetVivo has a unique tool to treat dogs, horses, and cats suffering from osteoarthritis. And with me is CEO John Lai to bring us up to date on what PetVivo is doing. And I know last time we talked, a few months ago, you were doing a lot of hiring. How is that going?
It's going really well. We talked about hiring 3 and then 5 follow along. And so we hired a regional sales manager for the Midwest West region from Iowa, Nebraska West, and then another one for Midwest East from Illinois going east. And also we hired a regional sales manager covering the Southeast United States, Florida, Georgia, and so on. So we're starting to get good coverage in the area, and these are all very seasoned people. I think the least amount of experience in the veterinary sales, she has 25 years.
Oh, wow.
The other guys are 30 years. They have been national sales directors of other companies in the space and been responsible for hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in sales in the space.
So let's back up for a second and just tell me a little bit about, we talked about your technology several times, but maybe this is the first time some people have seen it. So explain the Spring technology, what animals it's for, and all that.
So we developed a protein particle matrix, which is patented and trademarked, and the name is Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The uniqueness of the technology is we can treat osteoarthritis, joint afflictions, as well as for rehab. We're finding that the rehab time is significantly shorter. So the product is delivered through an intra-articular injection into the joint. Once it's injected into the joint, it starts to form a matrix, and it forms a scaffolding. And it mimics the cartilage that used to be there. So it's a purely mechanical function. It's a veterinary device. But from that standpoint, we found that it lasts at least a year, which is unique in its sense, and it's addressing the problem of what's causing osteoarthritis and other joint afflictions.
And I know you go to a lot of conferences and promote the product. Tell me about where you've been lately. How has it been received?
The product has been received very well. And it's principally, a lot of it is due to veterinary doctors talking within the veterinary network. There's various networks that vets ask questions to each other, and we're seeing a lot of our cases showing up there, and it's leading to vet clinics or veterinarian doctors just calling in to find out about the product, and then they end up ordering it, they try it out, and it's a great conversion ratio we're having.
That good old word of mouth marketing.
Well, that's always the best marketing is, you know, a referral from a friend. The adoption rate is so much higher. So every week we're at a different conference for the veterinary space. Principally, we're focused right now more on the low-hanging fruit, which is the equine side. And from that standpoint is these vets see the horses pretty rapidly, I mean, pretty often. They do the injection. The horse goes out and does a rodeo. It comes back in. The vet says, oh, wow, this is really holding up. We don't have to do anything to take the stress or pain off the horse. So they end up adopting the product. And the owners love it because it's providing great comfort for the animal, as well as it's a major cost savings because they don't have to tap the joints to drain fluid if there's issues. And we're finding out it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, and it's for horses, cats, and dogs.
Horses and dogs. Cats will be coming later.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it. And then there's some clinical studies going on as well?
Actually, they're studies because we don't need the FDA. We're already cleared through them from the veterinary standpoint. So these studies are helping our salespeople from a marketing standpoint because we know the product works. We see how the product outperforms many of the other therapies out there. So we just have to prove it. You know, and that's where it really rapid adoption will occur, and it's posted up on our website, springhealth.com.
So that'll give you the data to show to somebody.
On the equine side, they're much easier to adopt because they see the results right away, and it's a much tighter community than the canine.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then what is Pet Vivo Cares?
So next week, we're launching a nonprofit called PetVivoCares.org. The mission is to donate to other nonprofit organizations to improve the quality of life of the pet. So, you know, target sort of like military dogs, military horses, police dogs, police horses, humane societies. You know, we want to create a better life for the animals and the owners. You know, one classic example is we donated some syringes to a service dog, and the service dog did extremely well. Too well, actually. It jumped the fence. And it was so it became an issue for the owner. The owner goes, now I got to be careful about the dog running like it never could before, you know. So
the dog was probably loving that.
I know it's some of the side effects that is interesting that you don't think about. But it's a good story. It's a good feel-good story.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, Jane.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to GlintPay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Welcome, everyone, to New to the Street. I'm Anna Berry. Joining us is A Nation. It utilizes crypto to propel filmmaking to a decentralized future. Please welcome its co-founder of the company, Chuck Russell, and the founder, Cade Vu. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right. So I see one of your taglines is the winds of change. Tell us a little bit about what motivated you to establish A Nation and what exactly does it stand for?
Well, Cade, you want to take that?
I guess for a little bit. A Nation, essentially, we decided we wanted creativity to stand up before anything else and return it back to its glory, where, you know, we wanted to allow it to be the precursor or the primary goal for what we're doing with film instead of monetary gain as much.
I've been producing and directing films in Hollywood for years, both independent and studio films. And one thing, the change is always the case. Change is a fact in Hollywood. Every 10 years, there's new sources of equity finance, new talent, new technology. And it's thrilling now to look at the whole crypto universe and imagine that being the engine to new films and a way of actually decentralizing the creativity, bringing in new talent, bringing in new filmmakers.
And hash that out a little bit. Tell us both about your backgrounds. How did it lead to you being here today, especially with the film industry kind of emerging into this potential decentralized future? Tell us about it.
I have directed films like The Mask with Jim Carrey, Scorpion King with Dwayne Johnson, many others, and produced films like Collateral with Tom Cruise. And I got my start in independent film on Nightmare on Elm Street 3. The independents always are searching for new sources of equity. Those films are made with a combination of pre-sales tax credits and the mysterious element of equity money. And I think crypto can drive and present opportunities for new kinds of films, new filmmakers, without the traditional bottleneck of Hollywood studios.
I got into it because about a year and a half ago, I really started diving into blockchain and what its purpose and why it's special. And then I started taking classes on it, and I realized to be able to utilize the blockchain technology for transparency, for even anti-piracy, to protect film is one of the biggest issues that we have. A bunch of other things with decentralized voting and whatnot. And I just saw on the writing on the wall how things were kind of developing and changing over time. And then I came in, Chuck called me in because we did a film together, and we were doing ADR, and suddenly we just started talking about crypto. He was NFT, and then I got into crypto, and I was like, you should look into blockchain and what it's able to do for the film industry. So we just went doop doop, and then it was like just went on for hours, and we didn't stop. And at that moment, A Nation was essentially born.
Wonderful. What does A Nation mean? What does it stand for?
A nation of alphas, leaders. The new beginning is the Greek. You know, alpha is the beginning, the Greek word. Alpha, beta, omega. We are not middle. We're not following. We're going to lead this change, this huge change that can actually allow other industries to see us as a case study to prove how well blockchain technology can help with so many things.
Well, speaking of that, I'm sure there might be a few other companies out there doing something similar, but tell us why you are unique, how you're innovative, and how you all stand out amongst the rest.
Chuck, can I take this one too?
Of course.
The biggest separation between other companies, even other crypto, is this. We have a man who has a proven track record. Crypto is based on what? Hypotheticals, potential, right? All of it's hypotheticals and potential. We don't have hypotheticals and potential. We have fact. He has grossed over $1 billion worldwide from his films. It's proven. All we need to prove now is the merits of crypto in film.
I certainly hope that this is the first of many interviews so we can follow you along this exciting journey. So thank you both so much for your time and this great technology that you're bringing to us, because we all love movies and we all want to figure out a way to keep them going, but up to date, right?
Exactly.
Thinking outside the mold, outside the box. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on New to the Street.
Pleasure meeting you. Thank you for having us.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to GlintPay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR is a secure messaging, email, and just overall solution for businesses and individuals who care about privacy on the web. And with me is the CEO, Alon Gahi, to talk about just how big cybersecurity is. I mean, we're hearing stories about China hackers targeting U.S. states. We're hearing stories about Russian hackers targeting the U.S. financial system, all kinds of things. I mean, this just seems like a very scary, global, huge problem.
It is. You know, cybersecurity, and some governments now have their division, part of the army. You know, they got the cybersecurity division. You know, Russia also hacked Ukraine before the invasion. Basically, when you hack, it's kind of like a remote control destruction. You try to break the infrastructure of a country, an electrical grid, maybe you tap into the financial network, create havoc in the New York Stock Exchange, for example, you know, which creates trillions of dollars of damage at the end. So hacking is a big problem because it affects you and I, and it affects at the highest level of government.
So SEKUR provides messaging,
yes,
email, and you're launching some new things this year as well. Okay, so tell me about that.
So we have SEKUR for regular consumers. Now we have SEKUR for businesses. You can go to sekur.com, SEKUR.com. You can have multiple users now, whereas before you had to buy one license at a time. By the end of the summer, we're launching SEKUR Voice, which is an encrypted voice system, and SEKUR Pro, which will have the video conferencing tool. Now, one thing that's really cool that we do that nobody else does, when you register to SEKUR any of our services, we never ask your phone number. So when you download the app after you registered on the site, it'll be a username and a password. And by eliminating that phone number request, we can block 99% of the hackers to start. And why do we do it and the others don't? Because we don't data mine you, and we're trying to protect you and the contacts that you have in your phone. So SEKUR Messenger for consumer and businesses, SEKUR Mail now brand new on its own for consumer and business, and SEKUR, which is a combo of the two. That's already out there. SEKUR Voice end of summer, and SEKUR Pro as well. We are also going to launch, hopefully, maybe in Q4 or Q1 of next year, SEKUR Identity. I'm a big fan of protecting people's identity, of course, as you may know. and we're going to launch an identity protection toolkit with an email, and it'll monitor your credit card fraud and all of that.
Okay. And how can somebody find out more about Secure and the products?
You go to secure.com, SEKUR.com. That's about the product. You can also chat with one of our support person. That's open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. They are our own employee. We don't outsource support. That's another big thing. Or go to globexdata.com, globexdata.com. We're publicly traded under ticker SWISF. Feel free to contact us. But definitely secure.com. It's easy to remember. And if you want to know more, you just type SWISF and you'll find all our financial information, what we trade at, the news, our new development, everything.
Okay, thank you so much, Alon.
Thank you, Jane. Thanks for watching us.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUY NOW and save an additional 15%.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Paypolitan is a next-gen payment app. Users simply connect their existing bank accounts and external wallets and then use the app for all kinds of payments, including for fiat and crypto. With me is CEO Nils Serrant-Ortiz. Welcome, and just bring me up to date on what Paypolitan, what's the latest with the company?
Thank you for having me again here. Yeah, since we last met, we had a very strong growth, so I'm happy to announce that we have almost 140,000 app users. So that is a tremendous step forward we made past months, and yeah, we're targeting the 500,000 users end of the year.
Now, do you see them coming from certain parts of the world, or do you have any kind of data, like where your users are?
It's pretty much balance between North America. Southeast Asia is very strong.
Okay.
So Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, the Tiger States, then Europe, of course. I would say rather Western Europe.
Okay.
And there's still something missing from Africa.
Okay, well, you got to work on that.
We have to improve our marketing there, right?
So we did talk in Dubai a month or so ago, I guess it was. There was a lot of conferences, because I know I was there for the one, and then there was another one coming up. I mean, how did all that go? It seems like there's something going on in Dubai all the time.
Well, March definitely is the blockchain month in Dubai, so I attended 6 conferences and a number of gatherings and off-site meetings, so I spent almost a whole month in Dubai. That was very interesting for networking, because the important things go on off-site the conferences, right?
Yeah.
And especially we wanted to learn more about metaverse, the business opportunities we could have there. And that was very good because not only we identified business opportunities, we also signed a white label deal with a company there.
Okay, so I was just going to ask you about that. Tell me about the white label deal.
Well, at this point I cannot tell you a lot because the other party has the sovereignty of publishing this later, I think late May. They're gonna announce it or somewhere in May. So basically they're buying the Paypolitan solution as a white label, and they're gonna add additional features like credit card payments and other features.
Now you mentioned metaverse and kind of learning about that. How could Paypolitan fit into the metaverse, and do you have an avatar?
Well, actually, this white label deal, this is a purely metaverse project.
Okay.
So this is going to bring Paypolitan into the metaverse. And yes, I do have an avatar now. Thanks to our friend Nico de Jonge from Blockchain Valley Virtual. He made an avatar, and I'm very happy because I'm always fighting with diets in this period of the year. And with the avatar, it's very simple. On a simple click, I lost like 10 pounds.
If only it were that easy in real life, right? I'm liking the metaverse more and more. Okay, so tell me about the credit feature that you have launched or will be launching.
We are launching it next week.
Next week, okay.
So we did testings, and that was very, very positive. So we are implementing a peer-to-peer loan feature into the Paypolitan app. That means that users can get a credit from other users who provide liquidity with 16 different cryptocurrencies, and our EPAN token is used as a collateral. According to your credit score, credit rating, you have a certain collateral that has to be provided by yourself that's going to be locked with a smart contract. So that means if you don't reimburse at the end of the period of the loan you got, then this will be kept as a guarantee for the lender, for the borrower.
And then you had also talked about a SPAC IPO. Perhaps.
Yes.
That's still in the works?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I came to New York. Meeting with more investors.
Got it.
That has a very, very, very positive feedback. To be honest, I underestimated a bit the amount of work that represents to be compliant also legally. So it's a big challenge for us as a startup company. I mean, we're almost 50 people working there, and this is an additional layer, but it's also a very good exercise for us to put everything in place to make the company really like a NASDAQ company compliant. And especially now we implemented the markups, so the revenues per user are not only disappearing in omnibus accounts, so every user has a revenue X.
And I know you have workers in Ukraine. Are they?
Yes.
Are they okay?
So I would like to pay also tribute to them. Unfortunately, we couldn't get everyone out of the country, so I keep my fingers crossed and pray God that they're going to stay safe.
Absolutely. So thank you so much.
Thank you for asking me.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to GlintPay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue-cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca. Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Aptitude claims it is the first escrow marketplace on the Binance Smart Chain. And with me is Cody Tannerell-Love, the CEO and lead developer on the project. Also, Juha Kupro-Salman, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for Aptitude. So let's get into this. Cody, tell me, what is Aptitude? What is the company all about?
So Aptitude is a hyper-deflationary cryptocurrency built on the Binance Smart Chain. We'll be revolutionizing the way cryptocurrency is used in the e-commerce industry. We'll be doing this with a sophisticated SEKUR service that's being built into an online marketplace. And essentially, that will facilitate the secure purchase of goods and services using cryptocurrency. Alongside this, we've also partnered with a Steam-powered first-person shooter, The Last Game Standing, that is currently playable in closed pre-alpha.
Okay, so how does the token, the marketplace, the game all fit together?
Well, the marketplace and the SEKUR service complement Aptitude as external revenue streams. A percentage of the revenue generated from the SEKUR marketplace and the Last Game Standing will be used to buy back and burn the token. When I say buy back and burn, burning in crypto means permanently removing a number of the tokens from circulation, which will constantly raise the price floor.
Yeah, okay, interesting. And Juha, tell me about the target group. Who is the target in the marketplace?
Our marketplace is target launch for the people who already are in the cryptocurrencies in some way and who want to have some real life use for their investments. And as for the vendors, it's targeted to pretty wide audience of private sellers and companies, for the sellers and companies who are already working in the crypto space some way, but they don't have place to sell their products or services. So there's a lot of people that are selling different kind of services who just don't have any marketplace to show what they got, and we're tapping into that market. And as for the companies, it's basically for every company that are interested having a crypto payment option for them, but they don't have any yet. But we can offer them a marketplace for that and the payment option. So it's a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm. So Cody, tell me about how do you make sure the marketplace is safe for everybody? Are there any limitations to it?
Well, for the safety, we've created a multi-step system that essentially holds the goods and the payment in SEKUR until they can be verified and confirmed. With the limitations, of course, as with anything, there is limitations. So the major ones would be, as a seller, you can only sell about $1,000 per transaction at the moment, unless you complete further KYC verifications and provide some documents to us.
Mm-hmm. And Juha, what are the plans to grow the token services in the future?
Well, for now, we are just having a steady organic growth with our minimal marketing. But we are in negotiations with different companies and instances for collaborations, which will be revealed after we have successfully launched our token and our marketplace. And our token is, of course, already launched. But after that, we'll be starting our marketing with full steam. And we are also expanding from digital products to selling physical goods pretty soon after we have launched. For now, people can buy a token in PancakeSwap, but we are expanding that. We are in talks with several different crypto exchanges for listings. And with that, our token should be available easily with a larger number of people.
Okay. Well, thank you. I look forward to getting updates with this as you list on more exchanges and start to come up with new products as well.
Welcome, everybody. This is New to the Street, your weekly hack with Elaine Guy. Elaine's with Globex Data, the leader in Swiss-hosted private and secure communications and data management. How are you doing today, Elaine?
Doing great. Hi, Anna, and hi, everyone who's watching us.
All right. So in the U.S., it is tax season. It's in full force. Talk to us about how we can be protected from third-party big tech companies. There's a recent article about fake cops scamming Apple and Meta. What's going on here?
Okay, so what happened is in the big tech world where everything is integrated and where the data mine you, obviously that's the big problem. These companies are trillion-dollar companies and they don't have a vetting process strong enough, obviously, because hackers got their entire user base. They don't have a vetting process strong enough before they hand over data. And, if you come to us and you say, hey, hand over the data of Anna and her friends. Well, first of all, you need to be a Swiss federal judge to do that because we are only hosted in Switzerland and we don't use third-party hosting such as big tech. So we're not subject to the Cloud Act. So it would take basically somebody like you to commit a federal crime, a penal crime in Switzerland. Short of killing someone, there's very few penal crimes out there that you could do according to the federal code. And then essentially a federal judge from Switzerland would come to us, then we verify and we notify you that you're being investigated. So there's a long vetting process. Whereas here, when they're so used to handing over data with subpoenas, for example, or selling data to other big tech companies, there's not a big vetting process. And these companies are quite big. So what happened is essentially hackers were posing as authorities, police authorities. For some reason, they wanted the data. This was handed to them by Apple and Meta, which is Facebook. Meta sounds like a really cool, crisp name, but it's no different. It's basically the old Facebook and WhatsApp at the end of the day. And that whole data was handed over to hackers. And of course, that's going to be exploited, and we're all victims of that.
Exactly. And, I just got an email from my CPA with all of my tax information.
Oh, man.
How can we tell us some process about secure mail, about how we can start implementing it now to make sure our data is secure in the future?
So it's tax season in the US, so consumers and businesses. So we just launched our business product, by the way, and also we just launched our secure mail only. So if you go to secure.com, SEKUR.com, and you go to, you can choose a messenger, the email, or the secure package. If you're a business, you hover to the business section. Essentially, the way to do it, if I was your accountant, of course I have to know about us, but that will come. They would basically send you a secure send email using the secure platform. And that basically guarantees that only you are going to get that email. They can password protected. They can decide how many times you can read it. They can also have a self-destruct timer and X amount of hours, days, etc. And then you get, let's say, information from them. They can upload all the attachments. And then at the end of the day, you can also use secure reply. So even if you don't have secure as a recipient, you can use the secure reply and you're both protected. To use secure mail, to use secure send feature, you need to go to our webmail. If you configure your email on your device, it doesn't have the secure send. However, our new application, our email application coming up at the end of May, will have all those bells and whistles at the fingertip in a downloadable app, which we're working on. There's a beta mode right now, but I don't recommend people to use a beta mode right now because the features are not all there. So it is doable. And we plan actually to do a massive launch for businesses in June so that they know that they can protect themselves and their client from these kind of attacks and also keep things private.
That's great that all these features are coming up so quickly, May and June. Well, we look forward to these updates. And as always, thank you for the weekly hack, always learning how to keep our data private and secure. Thank you again for joining us on New to the Street, Elaine.
Thanks, Anna. Pleasure to be here.
Close
closed captioning brought to you by MagnaLife Pain Relieving Foot Cream to target symptoms of nerve pain.
Suffering from burning, tingling, or stabbing pain in your feet? Get relief with MagnaLife Pain Relieving Foot Cream and get living.
Also available as a 360-degree spray.
My name is Gordon. Growing up, my parents taught us about good nutrition and fruits and vegetables, and that was incorporated in my upbringing. Balance of nature allows me to have the servings of fruits and vegetables that I want, and it's just so convenient. One of the things I love to do is watercolor painting, especially now that I'm retired. A lot of times I will stay up at night, caught up in the moment, and the next thing I know, hours have gone by. Balance of nature keeps my mind sharp and alert. It allows me to be creative. It's given me energy to do what I want to do. Most important to me is the peace of mind that I have, knowing that